Major news recently, that stimulus bill passed. We're still waiting for a signature, but it's now passed the Senate. It's huge, by the way, a couple $1 trillion. Seems like it would be big news. Seems like since it's the Dems that passed it, the right, they're the resistance now. They'd be interested in talking about it. But the weird thing is that they're not really. Like, I'm gonna show you a video. This is really, I think, a fair representative sample of what the right was talking about as this massive piece of legislation was cruising to victory. Take a look.
Alone, we have seen Kermit the Frog, Mr. Potato Head, Dr. Seuss, Star Wars characters, pancake syrup, butter, and beloved sports teams' logos banned, erased from history. These are not simply marketing choices of private companies. We want to emphasize this. Joe Biden's White House endorses these modern day book burnings. The White House, the most powerful seat in our land. Biden broke with long-standing tradition and refused to acknowledge Dr. Seuss on his birthday this very week. He refused to recommend that children read beloved Dr. Seuss books. Amazon then stopped selling certain Dr. Seuss titles and publishers halted printing them entirely. Here are real screenshots from an eBay user getting blocked for trying to sell a Dr. Seuss book because it is, and I quote, offensive material. We verified these images are real. What's also real shocking, is that Hitler's Mein Kampf is still available for sale on eBay. This is a book literally about racism. This is a book literally calling for book burnings. You cannot make this up.
And we confirmed that you can still purchase Mein Kampf. I purchased additional copies. But anyway, yeah, look, this is not a thing where we're gonna talk a ton about Dr. Seuss. If Quay wants to talk about it, he hasn't been on, feel free. But that's really what's been going on really fast. If you go to Matthew Gertz of Media Matters for America, he did a compilation of all of the front pages of major right-wing news sites when the bill passed. And I want you to take a look at this. Some of these are stories. Breitbart had Governor Cuomo's troubles up. Biden uses feds to push cheat by mail. Some of it's about Meghan Markle or about China. Some of it is arguably news, which is good. But I think you could have a mention of this major bill. So we're gonna debate a little bit why it is that they're focusing on the things that they are and not things that seem objectively like big news. But first of all, Quay, any thoughts on the Dr. Seuss?
Not on the Dr. Seuss thing, perhaps, but maybe just kind of getting into the question that you're asking, which is, I really just kind of see this as anymore. It's sort of an us versus them thing. We've basically made red team, blue team, and the red team can't admit when the blue team is doing something good, or they at least just don't want to show it when the blue team is doing something good, and a little bit vice versa when Trump was president. I'm sure there were some Democrats that had to bite their lips when something good was done or something that we agreed with, like that piece of prison reform. So I really just think it's kind of an us versus them thing, an in-group, out-group, and the Republicans anymore, or conservatives, if you like, aren't gonna admit when something good is going on. They just don't have it in them.
Well, I'm sorry. In addition to the us versus them, it's about to be me versus you, because the thing is, when previous stimulus bills passed under Trump, we covered it. It seemed important. It's still trillions of dollars. It just seems
am I doing the
so
both
weird.
Sides thing here?
No. Look, and your point is obviously true. Not of us. We ascend past all of these sorts of comparisons, but other lesser humans who crawl through the muck. But anyway, yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But here's the thing, Quay. I'm not even asserting that it's weird that Newsmax isn't like all hail Biden for his fabulous legislation. They're not even really attacking it. Normally they would come up with some BS way to attack it. And to be fair, some have. Tucker Carlson did a whole segment about how it's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive. The last one was too. He did the old college try of attacking it, but most of them don't even care to do that. And one reason possibly for that is that according to recent polling, 69% of voters support the bill. And apparently that includes 84% of Democrats, 65% of independents, and 54% of Republicans. When you actually break down what's in it, it's overwhelmingly positive. The grants to small businesses have an 83% approval rating. Stimulus checks are at 78%. Funding to help schools reopen is at 75%. Extensions to unemployment benefits are at 71%. So maybe this is just it's like we would love to play resistance to this, but it seems pretty positive. So maybe we're just gonna back down and not draw attention to it.
I mean, I think that's it. They're sort of painted in a corner if they want to report on it, in the sense that, if it's good and the public thinks it's good, then what can they say, right? Again, they probably don't want to or don't have it in them to say something positive. And I'm talking about these more conservative news agencies. So why not just talk about it? I sometimes, when I'm watching you guys or MSNBC or even CNN, I'll flip on Fox News just to see, like, what can they possibly be saying about this? What's the negative spin? And more often than not, when it is something that's really just overwhelmingly positive, they're not talking about it. They're talking about, whatever it is that gets their viewers riled up.
Yeah, and well, I guess vice versa too, when it's something that it would be difficult to really mount a defense for, like, the impeachment trial. The second one, they didn't really play much of that. The attacks on the Capitol, they largely ignored that as it was going on. When they had time to step back and come up with some sort of evasion or defense, they'll then talk about it. But live, not so much.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.